All right, what the masculine brings, what the feminine brings, and the conjoined outcome energies. The floor right there. Okay. So the current energies for the masculine is the Three of Pentacles in reverse. And the feminine has the Nine of Cups. Oh, I'm so glad to see that for you guys. In the upright position, Taurus, feminine energy has gone through a lot in these past few months and even before that. And it seems like the work that you've been doing is pulling you out of this despair and hopelessness, and things are starting to gel, and you're starting to see progress from the steps and results from the efforts that you've been making, and you are very pleased with yourself, feminine, and you should be. Congrats. The masculine energy over here, the divine masculine counterpart, has the Three of Pentacles in reverse. So I feel like there's a revisit to communal projects, things that he may have been plowing forward with and moving forward, maybe through the Mercury retrograde period that we're just coming out of here in early May. Mercury is finally coming out of its shadow. I feel like there's been projects that he had to revisit and revamp the plans on. And I feel like the direction that he was moving, maybe in a career sense, has been reconsidered. And so where his attention had been is not where his attention is now in the direction that he had been moving. So let's see what's in his subconscious. The Seven of Wands in reverse. And the feminine has the King of Swords in reverse. So she's definitely put down her willingness to fight. And I feel like he has too. Like this, both of these figures in reverse here, like he felt the need to defend his position and was on high ground, and maybe the masculine with this card in reverse in his subconscious, I'll just pull those away a little bit. I want to stuff them in your face. Doesn't necessarily feel like he has the upper hand anymore. I feel like the feminine has retracted her energy and her thoughts and maybe some of her beliefs around this union, this relationship, this partnership, in a way that has had the masculine reevaluate the stance that he had been taking with her. So I'm not feeling him being very aggressive like he had been in the previous months. Because I feel like she's put her attention elsewhere, because she was sort of spinning her wheels with the masculine for quite some time. And it's almost had like the masculine forced him into some alone time that was not of his choosing, to understand that what he was trying to defend was maybe faulty. That's what I'm getting. Let's flip over the conscious energies. The Magician in reverse, a major arcana card for the masculine. And the Tower, wow, for two major arcana cards. So let's start over here. Yeah, I'm definitely picking up like the masculine not fully owning his power. Like it's this retraction of the bullishness, this retraction of the stubbornness, where he's not putting himself forcefully out into the world or in this partnership in the way that was reactionary for him or just came natural without him having to think about it. I feel like he's undergoing this process in May of trying to come to grips and a more full understanding of what's underneath his actions and the ground that he has to stand on for what he's actually wanting to defend in his life and stand up for and go after for his goals in this partnership. Because I feel like he's been witnessing the feminine energy over here undergo this dramatic shift and change in her life that he has been a part of. And I got the image of him sort of stepping back with one arm crossed across his torso and him having the other hand on his chin or scratching his head going, what just happened? Witnessing the feminine standing in her power with the 9 of Cups here and honoring her highest hopes, dreams, and wishes in a very empowered way that she's stepping into that maybe he hasn't witnessed before in such a way. And facing this drastic change in her life, feeling very empowered and almost like taking herself on in a way that she knew that she needed to and had to face these big transitions by using the love in her life and the partnerships and relationships that felt really grounded and solid. And coming from a place of not spending her time in this upside down King of Swords energy, of putting her mental faculties in places that were just crazy making. Like she got over that in April, I feel, big time. Let's keep flipping the cards over. Let's see what they each bring to the partnership. So the masculine has the Queen of Swords in reverse, and he's facing away from the feminine. And the feminine has the 2 of Swords. So I'm getting with the Queen of Swords facing this lineup of cards on the masculine side that he's retracted from the feminine because she hasn't allowed, like she's putting up this wall of, I'm not taking BS anymore. That's not something that I'm going to entertain. It's not something I'm going to engage with, or she's not being aggressive in this card. She's actually sitting down, but it's like this passive, defensive, like, nope, I'm not even going to open up that conversation. We've already been there. We've done that. Bring something new to me, and maybe I'd be willing to put the swords down and take the blindfold off and have a face-to-face communication, honest conversation with you. But she's sitting and she's defending these calm seas behind her that she's gained in these past few weeks and months. And it's like the Queen of Swords, if she was upright, like charging towards the feminine, is like, nope, I need to be flipped over and redirect and go within and figure out why I'm not feeling in my power anymore for the masculine. I'm not necessarily getting any particular sign over here. I mean, it could be a fire sign for you, Taurus feminine, with the wand energy, or an earth sign. but it's going to be different for everybody. Again, remember, this is a general reading. If you want to book a private reading with me, check out that info on my About page. Again, I think I mentioned that in the beginning. So let's see what the conjoined outcome energies are for you, Taurus, for the month of May. The Star. That was the card of the day. I pull free cards of the days for you guys on Instagram and Facebook. AnandaTribe.org on Facebook and the Nanda Tribe Tarot on Instagram. And this was the card of the day. Today, I'm recording this on May 2nd. So, wow. There is no more willingness or effort to have this union under any sort of pretense. This figure in this card is naked. She is not wearing 1 ounce of thread or clothing or even jewelry for that matter. It's her and nature under the stars with her guardian angels and the universal source spirit God behind her. And she knows that she's safe and protected, and she doesn't need to cover up her emotions anymore. They're just flowing out of her, and she's owning them as her truth in the moment. She's relaxed. There's no past regret. There's no worry about the future. There's no blame here. She's standing in her own sacred beauty. So that's the message for the month, Taurus. To be so grounded in letting life flow through you and that inspiration to bring forth and put forth into the world your heart, what lies deeply and truly at your heart center as your individual, unique, special gift and truth that you have to give to the world, and through your love relationships and your love. It's like she's not holding anything back from the abundance that she's giving back to the earth. And she knows she's part of that cycle. She knows her place in the evolution of humankind and letting her spirit guide her and her soul to her soulmate. And if it's not with this current partner that feels like he's undergoing this very internal process of reevaluating like what just happened, I feel like he wants that too. But it might not be with this particular person over here that has undergone these karmic patterns to work out. And you're both having to journey back and stand in this powerful place individually in a self-soothing love and understanding that the universe is kind and you are part and parcel of that kind universe, and continuing to move forward in each and every day and each and every moment, anchored in that knowledge, anchored in that wisdom. And that's the place that you're coming from in order to create love in May. And it's like this revisit. It's sometimes you get off balance and forget this groundedness, forget who you really are as a soul and a spirit embodied in a human being. So that's a beautiful card for your conjoined energies to have. I'm going to pull an oracle card for you guys by Lana Fairchild from the Kuan Yin Oracle deck. I love you guys. Comment below, please. I love to hear from you on the parts that resonated for you. Keep it drama-free, but do chime in and like and share the videos. This one. As you are inspired. Oh, she is so beautiful. I love these colors. Pink and teal, and she's crowned. Look how centered she is. Enter the Jade Temple. Kuan Yin in her temple of peaceful jade causes all conflict to elevate to higher peaceful resolution. A resolution and healing of any situation that is concerning you is already underway. You are being asked to begin to feel the relief of that resolution now, so you can more readily melt into the divine solution and blessing of peace from beloved Kuan Yin. I feel like this is the sister card that she was talking about. I love that image, melting into the resolution that is already happening for any conflict that you may have been experiencing.